Hello, hi, my name is Jess Marie. Welcome to Yesterday's Coffee Grounds, where I am slowly working out of my stagnant phase of my life. It has been a long time coming. I used to drink quite a lot, and I smoked cigarettes and I smoked weed, and I was kind of an art freak at the time, and I don't know, really reminiscing the 60s, wanting that era back of what we visually see, not being reminded that there was a war going on and just the fear surrounding that. There are always hard times, and we look back with rose-colored glasses. But really, just living that life of kind of hippie chick, very low key, not exercising. I got actually really skinny during this time. This was around COVID era and a little bit before as well, but just very free flowing, lackadaisical about the world, and also looking into a lot of conspiracies. That's why I was like, screw it all, like I'm just gonna focus on my mental well-being because there's way too many things going on in the world and I cannot handle it because emotionally, like, it's so much. And I was blown away because I've dabbled in magic, mushrooms, psychedelics, if you will. I've dabbled in psychedelics, and not too many, mostly just mushrooms and one-time acid. And I pride myself in being very responsible when I use psychedelics because I see them as medicine. I see it as such a benefit to the body, mind, and spirit. Whereas people who use them more recreationally and just want to get fucked up is just like not my jam. And I'm very specific on who I want to use them with and when in my right mental state. And it's been I did go on one little psychedelic trip not too long ago, just by myself, a little walk, and it was just so nice to lay in the forest and have my back against the ground, and it was really nice. And not to be paranoid, like that's a big thing that people who take psychedelics, they get really paranoid, and I'm not advising everybody to take them. Use at your own caution, and I'm not a prescription, but I'm not a prescription. I'm not a pharmacist, but it is something that I have been healed from. I have received medicine from this plant product, right? And some plant products will kill you. Some will really mess with your brain connections. So be mindful of what you're doing. Anyways, I went through this whole hippie era, and now I'm trying to snap back into shape because I find with my life, I've kind of gone to extremes. I also need a hat on to remove the glare of my glasses. Maybe I'll just take them off. I look so different. But I find that I really I solidify with one identity at a time. Like, there was a while where I was the young blonde with long hair and wears nice clothes and is a coffee shop lady, and just that kind of lifestyle. Very cheap bougie, $10 bottle of wine kind of bougie, but still classy, right? Still classy at the end of the day. And then going through my workout era and just being all about fitness and health and wanting to live a strong lifestyle, but still partying all the time because I'm 18, 19 years old. And then kind of going through this little traveling era of like up in the air, I don't know what I'm doing, discovering psychedelics at 20 years old. Also, to that point, I had never done any other drugs, and I'm really proud of myself. Thank you, Mom, for really drilling that in my head. Thank you, Mom. And then just feeling like, oh my gosh, life is so much better. Like, I understand things a lot more. Things are a little bit more clear. And then kind of going through my down-to-earth era after having such a high ego for such a long time with, I'm so good looking, I'm this cute, short, blonde-haired babe, and my body looks good, and I know everything. And humbling down and spending a lot of time grounding myself and getting into what people call spirituality or types of yoga, connecting with the earth, connecting with nature, journaling a lot more, because I was journaling prior to this, but journaling a lot more and being consistent about it. Stopping, not wearing as much makeup. That was another thing. Also, I'm not wearing makeup, it's just black eye. So just really humbling down. But then I find like with that era, I also lost one, self-confidence. I dropped that along the way and I don't know what happened. I spent so many years crying and just not accepting who I was. It took me a long time to really feel comfortable with who I am and my body and what I have to offer the world and being genuine and true to myself. It took me so long to accept that. And then also, and then I forgot fitness. I forgot like, oh my gosh, you gotta take care of the body. You gotta take care of the self. You gotta be mindful of what goes into the body. I spent so many years smoking. I quit smoking 3 months before I got pregnant. And then I started smoking again 6 months after he was born. And I have been cigarette free for 1 month. So, yay! Thank you. Quit smoking weed a couple of years ago. And now, since I've been doing intermittent fasting, I've also stopped drinking most of the time because I stop food intake around 6:30 or 7, depending on the day. And I don't really have a drink in between there, like between my eating period. So that's another thing that's really helped with my drinking, because if you watched my video last night, I work at a liquor store. There's always free booze around, and it's just something, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're gonna take that fucking free beer, right? If you have 2 flats of free liquor, mama gonna take one of those, right? So it's just something that I've been really trying hard to eliminate, not suppress myself, because I still want to enjoy life. I still want to have a blizzard from Dairy Queen every now and again. I don't want to limit myself because no, life is still fun. I don't overindulge, but yeah, girl, have a bottle of wine every now and again. Not just a glass, a bottle. A girl's gonna need a bottle every now and again. You never know when somebody's gonna come over and you don't know. So I guess what I wanted to really talk about was consistency, being consistent with things in your life. But then it kind of turned into this whole other little tangent of adopting these certain eras and not being a well-rounded human. And that's what I guess consistency lays into that, being consistent with my morning routine. That's so important for me right now, is waking up at least an hour before my son, journaling at least 1 page, having my cup of coffee, going to the bathroom, washing my face, exercising first. Exercising, opening things up, and then washing my face and brushing my teeth. And now filming. I find this so therapeutic to me, is building this skill. I think this is such an important skill to be able to express an idea in a condensed manner, and I'm really working on it, and I hope I'm doing an okay job. I had one gal who commented on one of my videos, and I thank you so much. I don't remember the name of your channel, but thank you so much. If you watch this, you know who you are. You made my heart feel so warm and so full, and that's what I want, is connection so bad. I crave connection in my life. I was so thirsty, and so many people were so thirsty and craving this for 2 years when we weren't allowed to hug people. And I know everybody has their own ideas on it, but human touch, human connection, there are some cases where people, they've been traumatized and they don't resonate with touch, but a lot of us, we do need touch. We do need that physical contact from other human beings, right? And I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm not going to, all the contact and social distance, that's not my thing. I don't want to talk about that. But what I am going to talk about is that I was so thirsty for so long for that human connection, and just to have one person reach out and say, hey, what you said connected with me. This is what I have going through, sharing me into their life. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, this is what I wanted so bad. And I just turned into like a little girly girl doing that. But it meant a lot. And this is why I'm trying to be consistent with this, trying to be consistent with things in my life, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that being consistent with my morning routine, being consistent with my diet, being consistent with learning and reading and gaining information there's going to be opportunities. I don't know what they are yet. I don't know what my full true purpose, and I don't know what my potential is. But I've spent so much time being stagnant and not doing anything that I needed to do something so bad. I needed to do something. And even though I'm not going to the gym lifting weights because I have a toddler, I have a son, that's not my life right now. I'm still putting in the work that I can with my 15-pound weight. I have a 10-pound and a 15-pound. Maybe it's 8-pound. Regardless, just doing what I can to build muscle, be strong, get in the mindset of I am badass. I am going to accomplish something today, and that something could just be, I don't want to be busy, but I want to accomplish things, and I don't know what my purpose is yet. But the consistency that I'm putting in today and tomorrow and yesterday is all going to pile up. And whatever my purpose is, I hope, I pray, and I spend time. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel so warm, and I received a great text from Rob this morning, and hi Rob, if you were watching this far. I haven't responded yet because I just read it and I will get back to it. My hands are huge. I have such little wrists and man hands. I'm gonna write that one in my little things to talk about list. Getting bullied for having man hands. The life. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. My name is Jess Marie, and hope you tune in for the next one. Bye.